This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We are rolling.
Oh, cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
A delicious bubbly water on a Tuesday afternoon.
How lovely.
I know this
How
is like the
lovely.
first podcast I'm not having a cocktail in a minute because I realized, I told you this, but I've drank every day in quarantine except one.
Wow.
Like
Except one. Okay.
We had opposite quarantines.
Yeah.
I have been pickled. I am floating in a jar. So then this week I was like, I'm going to take 3 days off. And so
Why 3?
just because it felt like a nice little reset.
More than 2, less than a week.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like, it feels like a substantial amount.
Yeah.
It's almost 50% of a week.
Yeah, exactly. That it's like, it's not one day off, which seems like a lazy excuse for like, look at me, I'm taking a day off.
One day off, please. I would just sleep all day and get through it.
It's called a
But
Sunday.
I didn't drink last night and I woke up, I slept for 10 hours last night and woke up feeling hungover.
You didn't drink last night. You slept for 10 hours.
And woke up feeling
Well,
hungover.
I
That's what I
do-
get.
I know. Well, I do think that there is a general exhaustion that's happening because
true.
we are, keeping up with the state of the world.
We'll call
at
it
large.
that, not depression.
No. I mean, yeah. There's a. We see things for what they are. And it exhausts you.
Should be crazy.
It's crazy.
Absolutely crazy. How have you been?
I'm good. I have to start this podcast.
Yeah.
Not to be all Real Housewives reunion episode with receipts, but
Okay.
I gotta know. I have to know. I've been living in a chaos state of my own.
Oh, no.
Who put the balls on my car? Who put the testicles on my Jeep?
Chip
And
Morgan.
I know it's someone from this house.
It was Chip Morgan.
Yeah.
Okay, let me explain myself. Chip has been planning this for 2 months.
For those of you that aren't watching this episode of This Might Get right now, I'm holding in my hand a pair of plastic
Testicles.
testicles. And
They're called truck nuts.
Great. I love to know. Well, they're called bullsballs.com according to the actual phallic thing. So I'm assuming this happened within the last week.
Okay, let me walk it back. I was going to tell you today it happened. We were trying to see if we could go a week with you seeing if you didn't notice truck nuts.
There are so many things at play here because I have, since recording the last episode of this podcast with you last week, have driven Elliot's car over to your house to pick you up to go to another friend's event.
Yes.
Separate of having truck nuts on my car. That was truly because I didn't want to drive my car because it was dirty. And I know that as soon as you got in my car, you go, why are you driving Elliot's car?
Okay, let me bring you back. I have been on edge. I told Chip today, I go, I've got to tell her. He goes, no, see if she doesn't.
She knows.
I was like, I got to tell her.
Because I've also been... My retaliation plan was to say nothing.
I know.
And to let you assume that I was retaliating silently.
Well, okay, let me walk it back. Oh my God. They're big truck nuts. They could hurt someone.
They dangle.
They dangle. So like a month and a half ago, I'm sitting outside with Chip having a drink and he just starts laughing to himself. And I'm like, what? He goes,
classic Chip Morgan.
And just laughing. And I'm like, what? He goes, nothing. I was like, no, tell me. What's so funny? He goes, I thought of a fun prank. And I was like, you can't say that in this household. You can't say a fun prank. I know that I am the target of your prank. So like,
And
you can't
also,
have me on edge.
That statement, I thought of a fun prank, never ends in a period. It ends in ellipses, ...
100%.
It begs the question, go on.
Go on. So he goes, it'll be on Grace. And I was like, okay. And then he doesn't tell me anything else until a week ago, these truck nuts show up at our house.
Which we've talked about on the podcast.
We've talked about doing like pussies hanging off of a truck. We've talked about like what other kind of objects can we have hanging off
Which is
a truck?
the only truly as insecure as I've been in truly thinking that you guys have done this. That's the only resolution that I've had that we've mentioned this on this podcast, that's the only way I've been bold enough to even bring this up to you, because even everything standing till now, I've been still unsure that it was you guys.
Okay. I want to hear your thought process. So anyway, and I go, what? He goes, I thought it'd be really funny. They'll match her Jeep, and so I want to see if that it'll notice. And so
they'll match. Thank God.
So last week during the podcast, he went and put them on your car.
When I'm sitting here quacking about Chip, going, I walked in and Chip's standing up watching some Jay Leno's garage.
Jay Leno,
and now I'm like, that motherfucker was just like so riled up and planning.
He had adrenaline.
He couldn't sit down.
So anyway, he put them on your car and then he taped the key in the wheel.
Oh, I didn't see that at all.
Because he just assumed that once you saw them, you would text me and we could be like, there's the key right there. You got us.
One, key was not even an option to me because for those of you, again, that I paid $15 on Amazon Prime to buy some bolt cutters.
I'll pay you back.
Oh, no. Because it's I've still been going back and forth in my head of, am I going to call them out and say offline, off the podcast, like, did this happen?
Well,
and then 2, if for some small chance it wasn't you guys.
Who put truck nuts on your truck?
And why do I want that conversation not to happen, not recorded?
Totally. No, because Chip said to me, I was like, I got to tell Grace I'm getting like anxiety about it. It's a fun prank, but I got anxiety. And then he was like, well, okay. And I was like, and I also want to be able to tell her on the podcast, not like you just notice. And then today you drove up and I was like, I got to get eyes on that Jeep. So when I just went to go get you a seltzer, I said to Chip, I go, I don't think they're on the Jeep. And I ran out and I was like, the nuts are gone. I go, I'm supposed to just be getting her a seltzer. He goes, well, the key's still here. And I go, the nuts are gone. The key is there. What is going on?
Well, I've gone back
I hope
and
you're
forth.
not mad. We really
No, not at all. Because
I was so nervous.
I park my car in front of my house when I'm home. And I walk Goose by my car every day, every time I take her on a W. And I love that you're saying a W. I know, like she's here that she's going to get triggered by it. Yeah. I came back Wednesday, the day after we recorded, the day after this went down. And I am coming back with her next to me. And I'm like, something's hanging from my car. Oh, no. And I wasn't even like, because she's so eager to go back into the house that I'm like, whatever. The world, there's bigger things in the world. I ran over something and it got stuck to my car. That's par for the Grace Helbig course. I'll check that out later.
A pair of testicles.
And then later, I pick you up in Elliot's car, and I'm separate of this entire situation.
After Chips put them on, you pull up in a Volvo, and I go,
"Why are you driving Elliot's car?
Why are you driving Elliot's car? Oh, it's just cleaner." I was losing it inside of my mind.
I know. I played this back for Elliot too. And he goes, oh yeah, she was fishing. She's vetting you going, why are you in Elliot's car? And then you go, oh, because I'm checking out new cars and I got to see if this Volvo drives well. And I'm like, sure, Mamrie.
I am looking at new cars. So these weren't lies.
Everything added up. But then the next night, Elliot and I get Postmates.
Oh my God.
Elliot goes out. He comes back inside and he goes, you got balls on your car. I was like, what?
I'm sweating right now.
He goes, you got balls on your car. I stood out in the street to get Postmates and I literally turned around and saw you had balls in your car and I pretended that I didn't know that was your car to the Postmates driver that was giving us our food. I did the most
that Florida boy knows truck nuts.
Obnoxious double take of like, huh? Wow, look at that asshole with those nuts on their car. And I was like, I knew it. I saw something and I literally, because you texted me that you finally got the Calvin and Hobbes, like this might get weird sticker
put on my computer.
Which adding it all up, I'm like, this was one singular purchase. She did all of this.
No, it wasn't one purchase. This was a gift from Chip, the Calvin and Hobbes pissing on our podcast name. But this was 100% a Chip Morgan prank.
Oh, I knew it. And then I was like, I'm not going to text them.
Oh my God.
And so the alternative is I let them think that I know secretly.
And I'm freaking out. Right. Or that you don't know and I'm freaking out they're still on there.
Or that somehow they fell off and that you'll never be able to explain to me that they actually
did have some truck
and then
nuts
you
on
and Chip have an infighting because did he lock them in correctly?
See, we talked yesterday. I was almost like, Chip, I need you to go get them off during the podcast. And then I'll just show her pictures that they were on there. And it'll be like this weird fever dream.
Oh, it's insane.
It has been a journey in my brain. I was like, Chip was like, well, you got to get her. If she doesn't know, I was like, what do I do? On the podcast, do I be like, hey, have you noticed people have been beeping more since quarantine?
Have you ever?
People have been beeping at me.
How much do you put in the trunk of your car? And how was that experience?
I was like, do I somehow lead her to her trunk?
No, it's been really wonderful. I bought bolt cutters and we cut them off today because I was like, this is a lock, which means that Chip has a key or Mamrie has a key. And then we came over here on Sunday night just to hang with you guys.
Wait, so you hadn't seen them yet on Sunday?
No, we'd already seen them.
Oh my God, you should get an Oscar.
We saw them on Wednesday.
You should get an Oscar.
We've known for a week that Elliot was like,
God.
if I get a little drunk, I might tell Chip that I know that he put the balls on your car. And then we played Beat Saber and we kept it kosher and cool.
There was one point while you were here on Sunday where I was like, I got to go see if she drove the Jeep. That's why when you just drove up, I was getting something out of my Bronco. I was like, I got to get eyes on it. I'm losing it.
Well, the fact that I drove Elliot's car, which I would have driven just honestly because my car was dirty and I didn't want you to sit in a dirty car, playing that back, I was like, oh, she thinks that I'm playing her and that I'm
we've had a full game of chess.
Oh, we've been playing singular chess against each other somehow at the same time.
Well, if it makes you feel better, this also came with a keychain of the same thing that I'll give to you as a consolation prize.
Thank you.
Thanks for being a good sport. Truly, like watching Chip giggle and then be like, I got a prank I'm going to play on Grace. And then me not knowing what it is. And then be like, I just put trucks on her car during the podcast.
It's and like... I kept playing
harmless prank, but still.
I know. I kept playing devil's advocate with Elliot, where I was like, he's like, it's Chip. Chip did this to you.
Oh, he knew it out of the gate.
They did this to you. You know that they did this to you. You know it, and there's no guessing. You know this. And I was like, but he's like, no. They did this to you.
But then I was like, should this be a new fun universal prank of like, you got that nut, like
Elf on the Shelf. That now I pay it forward.
You pay it forward, and you put the nuts on someone else's car.
So get ready, Hannah's Prius. Here it comes.
Oh damn it! I wish you didn't listen to this podcast. Y'all, let's face it. You got plenty of shit to do without having to think about when you're gonna have dinner, all right? There's so many dishes. There's just so many damn dishes during this quarantine. And sure, I don't do the dishes. I have my boyfriend do all the dishes, but I am tired of watching him do the dishes. And that's why sometimes you just gotta relax, kick your feet up, go onto an app and order in with DoorDash, because they have everything. You want Chinese? Boom, you get Chinese. Pizza? There we go. Froyo? Who knows? There's something for everyone on DoorDash. Plus, it's a great way to keep supporting restaurants in your neighborhood during this tough time. DoorDash is the app that brings you food you're craving right now, right to your door without having to go to the dang store. It's super easy. You download the DoorDash app, choose what you want to eat, and your food will be left safely outside of your door with the new contactless delivery drop-off setting. Like I said, tons of local restaurants are on DoorDash, and it's a great way to get what you've been craving while their doors and their dining rooms haven't been open, while still supporting their business. But don't worry, DoorDash also has your old favorites when you're craving something familiar like Chipotle, Wendy's, or a Cheesecake Factory? That's right. So right now, our listeners can get $5 off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code TMGW. That is 5 smackers off and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code TMGW. Don't forget, that is TMGW for $5 off your first order with DoorDash. Oh man, I'm tired. I need a snack.
June is Pride Month, and though this year's celebrations are a little bit different than what we all expected, there are still ways that we can come together and support the LGBTQ+ community, and one of them is through Bombas and their new Pride collection. These colorful socks bring more love, compassion, and comfort into the world because these socks give back to those experiencing homelessness in the LGBTQ+ community. For every pair of Pride socks you buy, Bombas will donate a pair to someone in need in the LGBTQ+ community through the Ally Coalition. Bombas works year-round with the Ally Coalition, an organization that uses music to illuminate the systematic inequalities facing the LGBTQ+ community. They have a beautiful Pride collection. It comes in 6 colorful styles, super cute. Their socks are made with extra long staple cotton, the softest, most breathable cotton in the world, and they're built with a cushioned footbed that creates a layer of comfort between you and your shoes without without adding any bulk. Ugh, we love comfort, no bulk. Bombas socks provide support in places you didn't even know that you needed it, like your arches. Each sock is built with a special arch hugging system that is supportive and not too tight. Do you ever notice the annoying toe seam that most socks have? Now that I've mentioned it, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, Bombas got rid of it. It's just smooth sailing all the way across the top of your foot. Pride is usually a time where we can all come together, but because many Pride events were canceled this year, it's more important than ever to find new ways to show support and give back to the community. And if you are eager and excited to get comfortable and support the community, go to bombas.com/TMGW today to shop the Pride collection and get 20% off your first order. That's Bombas, bombas.com/TMGW. Bombas.com/TMGW today. Shop the Pride collection and get 20% off your first order.
Oh, hold on. I got burp. I've been laughing so hard. Oh my God. I'm so glad that's out in the open. I've just been like, when is she going to see these nuts? And you'd also said that you've been driving Elliot's car more. So I was like, maybe the nuts have just been in the garage for a week.
I'm also the most oblivious person most of the time that when I saw them, I thought, how long have they been there?
Like they could have been there a month.
Literally a month. And I wouldn't put it past you guys to play it cool and play it under the radar for a month. But
Chip was disappointed. I was like, I got to come clean today.
He was
like, just let it ride.
Oh, this is the funny thing that happened is that Elliot and I went to do a social distant backyard hang with Hannah 2 nights later. Oh. And after we drove back from hanging out with Hannah, we got Postmates. So I had driven my Jeep all around
cool
East
LA
and just a flopping pair of plastic balls.
See, I was hoping someone had pulled up at some point during the week and been like, nice nuts. And you'd have been like, thanks, dude.
I mean, with the political climate right now.
God, it really friggin'. Well, we did it.
It was very fun. And I thank you for the treat. And
you're welcome.
Honestly, I'm so at ease that it was
good
you
that
guys.
It was us and not a random person putting nuts on your car. Yeah, that's the scare. It's like when someone toilet papers your house, it would only be scary if a stranger did that for no reason.
Exactly. If I understand that I have a great sense of humor and like I love this completely harmless prank, but if some complete stranger did that to me, I'd feel so targeted and it'd be so unsettling.
Hold on, I feel like I have. Yeah, exactly. Pranks where you don't know the person getting you.
I want the footage of Chip running out to my car and putting this on my car while we're podcasting here last night.
He doesn't have the footage, but he has. Oh God, did I record? Let me see.
Oh, it's so goofy.
Okay, so I don't have footage of him putting the nuts on your car. I do have a picture. He did take a picture to show me the positioning, and I saw it after you left. But as soon as you left after the podcast, I did this.
Okay, Chip. Tell the audience what you just did while Grace and I were recording the last episode of the podcast.
I went out to her car and I had the week before previously devised some sort of system to attach truck nuts to
listening
Grace's
to
car.
a police interrogation
or
or something.
At her own wheel whenever she finds it.
Okay, so he has put truck nuts on Grace's car, but he's also taped the keys to her car so that when she finds out she has truck nuts, she can take them off. Now let's see how long it takes Grace to realize there are truck nuts on her car.
So the outlying thing is that there's still keys taped somewhere on my car.
It's in the spare tire.
Okay.
We just thought as soon as you saw him, you would be like, Mamrie, what the fuck? And we'd be like, oh, you can get them off like this. So the fact that you then reverse the mind games is gorgeous, and I'm proud of you.
I went out there with a pair of scissors at first and was just like, I look like an idiot trying to cut nuts off of my car with a pair of like wrapping paper
fully
scissors.
Castrating your Jeep. Yeah. Oh my God, we did it.
It's lovely. It was a wonderful distraction, and it was the silliest thing because we only cut them off an hour before I drove here for the podcast episode right now.
Oh my God.
So they've just been hanging from my car for a full week. So
hell yeah.
They've gotten
their use.
Yeah. They look great. They look very athletic and very
if it makes you they're shorn. Yeah. They're shaved. If it makes you feel better, I think karma bit me in the ass.
Karma, yeah.
Karma, because I backed into a car this week.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's the other thing is that I couldn't even hint that I knew about this because we were both going through our own life
shit.
Stuff.
Yeah, no, audience listening, we haven't been able to rent our Palm Springs house because COVID and all that stuff. But we rented it to a friend over the weekend for like 5 days. And when I went to go get the check from her, she just gave me a bunch of cash. So last time Grace was here, I was like, here's your cash. Here's my cash. Yay. Fuck you, IRS.
Yeah.
But anyway, Saturday morning, since I turned in my Fiat, I took Chip's truck to go get coffee and forgot there was like a trailer hitch on the back. So there's like an extra 6 or 8 inches of metal off his truck, and I backed into like one of those 90s Hondas that look like not expensive, but they're a specialty Honda.
Oh no.
And heard crunch, and I cracked their light in the front and dented their hood. Luckily, and I left a note.
Okay.
Luckily, the guy texted me. He was like, so nice. He lives across the street. Never met him, which is a testament to just me not talking to anyone.
Quick question.
Yeah.
What is because this is so much, and then what's the cadence that goes into writing a note? Like, what do you start
Here's
with?
the
Like,
deal.
hi.
It got heated because like and then it was immediately emotions, and me and Chip were like arguing because he has a backup camera and I wasn't even looking. So he's like, you have a backup camera? I'm like, I don't. Like I just wanted to wear one of the shirts that's like, don't talk to me before coffee.
Yeah. But first, coffee.
Don't let me borrow your car before coffee.
Oh no.
But so I wrote, hi, I'm really sorry I backed into your car this morning.
Okay.
Please call me, and just left my number, not my name, anything.
Okay.
So then he called and left a message. We text, all good. But so he took it, he got a quote for it. It's the exact amount of money that we each got cash last week.
Wow.
So I was like, the universe giveth and the universe taketh away.
And my idiocy taketh away.
Immediately, just like being like, I'm walking on sunshine, about to go get some coffee. Crunch.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
So it was a doozy of a deuce.
Oh, we've had a week.
We truly have had a week.
What fun. Speaking of radical things, my mom's got a bear in her neighborhood.
Oh no.
That she's just texting me photos being like, there's a bear walking through our neighborhood. And I'm like, haha, but for real, is this okay?
Is it like going into yards?
Yeah, it's like going into yards. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's got someone's garbage just in its mouth.
It's a full-on black bear.
It's a full-on little baby black bear. That's
it's cute, but
it's really cute.
they grow fast.
Right, and it's just like fully going into people's yards and getting their garbage. And she's like, haha, this is what we're dealing with. And I'm like, this is funny, but like, is this
careful.
Okay?
Be careful, Teresa.
Totally.
It would be, I don't think you should domesticate wild animals. I know occasionally there's a time when like, a deer is injured. Like there was someone who had a pet raccoon in my town growing up. His name was Hugo because they found him as a baby after Hurricane Hugo. But
isn't that
domesticating
crazy?
a bear would be dope.
Isn't that also nuts that things get, there's like people want to name things after natural disasters that happen?
Well, I know natural disasters are named after things.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what you mean?
But I mean, like I was born during a hurricane. So like Hurricane Gloria. But my mom says that the news reporters came through the hospital asking if anyone was naming their child Gloria after the hurricane. What? And that was going to make it on the news, which is the weirdest thing to be like, this thing that's devastated all of us, I'm going to name this human being after it. And that's important.
Do you think anyone named their baby Gloria just to get on the news?
Potentially, yeah. Yeah.
That's so sad.
I know, isn't that crazy? But anyway, what else has been going on? I did see, this is something that you're interested in, the Coney Island hot dog contest.
I saw this.
Is happening this year, but socially distant, no
audience.
Crowd. Yeah.
I'm going to say, as someone who's been to, I believe, 7 of them.
Wow.
And it is so fucking hot at Coney Island on the 4th of July.
But
like,
that's the whole
never
thing
left
is
with
the environment, right?
Exactly. You need that crowd because if there's no one cheering, all you hear is weird chewing and swallowing noises.
You hear
and like
hot dogs and
splashing
buns dipped into water and like that
just
noise.
Like, I never want to know what Joey Chestnut sounds like eating 80 hot dogs in 3 minutes.
No.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, I'm glad they're continuing with it, but they should really have some like not Warby Parker, Tom Shoes thing where they're like, we give as many hot dogs to the needy as we eat because they're eating a lot of fucking hot dogs.
Agreed.
Step up your charity, Nathan's hot dog eating contest. I see, look at my note here. It says, have people been honking at you more? To try to lead you into truck nut talk. Oh my God. I got a DM on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we look even more so lately with everything that's going on in the world. I've been looking at my DMs of people I don't follow who've messaged me just to like see how, make sure I didn't say something that they think was tone deaf, etc.
I've been getting a lot of great like feedback from people, and also a lot of great resources and links to things that I wouldn't have seen or found otherwise.
Or like local of like, hey, this actually would make a big difference here. You'll never hear about it because it's Ohio or whatnot. So I've been looking at those more on the regular, and and I opened one the other day that reminds me when we had our Austin South by Southwest recording, and there was the foot guy.
Yes.
That wanted your feet.
Yes.
This person was paying me to send a video of me flashing my boobs.
Wait. This is a person in your DMs,
in my DMs
currently, now.
Currently, yeah.
Wants to pay you to show you your tits. Show them your tits.
But here's the problem. If you guys are going to do one of these, like, you got to make the story believable. Because if he would have been like, I'll pay you $5,000 to flash me your boobs, I would have considered it. But this motherfucker went from 0 to 100 and tried to make me believe he would pay me $250,000 to see my boobs. I was like, I'll get them removed and mail them to you for $250,000.
Hold on. Wait, okay.
Like,
Rewind.
You
Talk
can't
us
say
through
a
what's
number
happening.
that big. Someone offered me $250,000 for me to send a video of me flashing their boobs. However, I know that shit ain't legit because you got to give a number that is believable. You know what I mean?
Right. So
no one on Instagram with 0 followers has $250,000 to see some titties.
This is the initial.
This is the first message.
Wow. Have they never seen Shark Tank? That
I
people
know.
that come in with a like
evaluation.
I want $500,000 for a 5% evaluation. That means that you think that your company's worth $5 million. There's no way.
Never evaluate my breasts as $250,000. And so it was just so funny. There was a follow-up message like hours later, which was so funny because you could tell they were like waiting for the response, waiting, and then nothing. And then he was like, and I am very legit in case you're questioning. I do have the money and I won't show anyone.
Okay. Wait.
This person is 11 years old.
What's the context?
Sure.
That they just said, hi, I've heard via you and your close friends that you have a great rack and I'm willing to pay you $250,000.
He didn't even start with a compliment.
Just straight to the business.
Here's the deal. Wow. I'm willing to pay this for that.
Okay. No small talk.
No small talk. I'm using this more as like a public service announcement that if you're trying to be a weirdo,
right? And
like when you got offered stuff for your feet, didn't he give like an amount that would be reasonable?
And there was something with it that there was something believable.
It was believable.
Believable in the desperation for wanting to see the feet. But also because
he really wanted those feet.
Because we've broadcasted that these stories become part of our podcast.
Okay.
You have to believe that this person might also be fishing to be mentioned on the podcast.
It's true, but it'd been a year. It'd been a year since we talked about your feetsies, so I was hoping.
Right, but I'm saying that if they're fishing to be here, work a little harder for it.
Right?
Give us some creative, into this. Give us an intro.
Something.
Something.
I think it was just like a 12-year-old boy who was copy and pasting
shooting
that
their shot,
and every one he saw on an Explore page. Absolutely.
Oh, man.
I mean, but I was flattered.
Yeah. You guys, I'm very excited. I know Mamrie told you last week that we landed our dream sponsorship, and I'm here to tell you this week that they're still on board with everything, and I'm also here to tell any of my family members that are listening to the podcast currently to just fast forward. You don't need this part. And to everyone else, stop, listen, you need to hear what I'm about to tell you. Adam and Eve is supporting This Might Get Weird this week, and they know that the best part of staying at home is playing at home. Look, we have a lot of frustrations about the world at large, and we have a lot of time to ourselves, and maybe the best way to take out our frustrations is on ourselves in a creative, sexually enjoyable way. You can take advantage of all the downtime you have by doing some downtime on yourself and shopping at Adam and Eve and getting almost any one item at 50% off. If you don't know what Adam and Eve is, educate yourself. Get ready. I can't wait. You've been living in under a rock, and I cannot wait for you to explore your new life now with the knowledge of Adam and Eve. Also, if you do get an item for 50% off, you'll also get 10 free boredom-busting gifts, including 6 spicy movies, a 3-piece bonus kit, and best of all, free shipping delivered discreetly right to your door. So there's no shame in any of these games. You will get a discreet package delivered right to your door, everything that you could want and more. Just remember to use the code TMGW. That's TMGW at checkout. Look, we all know that we're all curious about this, and we're giving you the most discreet, welcoming, helpful option to go explore everything that helps you explore everything. Adam and Eve has thousands of products to make you glad that you're staying at home. They have sex toys that make being at home so enjoyable. Even shopping from home is more enjoyable when you are shopping for sex toys. True. Go to adamandeve.com, use the offer code TMGW, 50% off any item, 10 free boredom busting gifts. I mean, 10 free boredom busting gifts? Sign me up. adamandeve.com, offer code TMGW, 50% off, and best of luck to you.
If you guys haven't heard of Athena Club yet, get ready, because it's a place to get all your safe and sustainable, I can't say that word, sustainable self-care essentials all in one spot. They've got a wide range of products, from body care to wellness to even period care, and it's on a subscription basis, so you can create your own custom subscription and never worrying about running out of your essentials when you're gonna need them. We've all been there. I was hard up for some tampons the other day, but I did not have time to go to the store. Luckily, I remembered that I had my Athena Club delivery. So, Athena Club has products that go from personal routine, no matter what they may be, from body care to supplements made with the highest ingredients to period care. I have been using their deodorant, which is delightful, and also their makeup wipes, because I love to fall asleep on the couch with my makeup on, but I'm smart, so I leave a pack of their makeup wipes beside my bed and I rub that face right down. With Athena Club, ingredients are always listed, questions are always answered, and their manufacturer is FDA compliant and meets all ISO quality needs. So you're never going to worry about running out of your go-tos again. And since everyone has different needs, it's perfect, because Athena Club lets you customize your subscription, making it as flexible as you need it to be. So let's say you didn't use all your deodorant this week. You can pause that. You can cancel. Shipping is always free, super easy, and they are great to work with. So sign up at athenaclub.com and use the promo code WEIRD to get 15% off your first order. That is 15% off your first order at athenaclub.com when you use the promo code WEIRD. Give it a shot. Okay, so another car thing happened last week.
Another car thing, okay.
And that was that Chip was like leaned up against the side of the car that we were renting, because I was like test driving it. And he felt like he had dropped something, like something zoomed by him really quick, and like a bird had shit, like I'm talking like 2 centimeters beside him. Like the bird's shit splattered on the car and like went on him.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it was really, really close.
Okay.
The crows, I've told you, they're out of control.
They're going nuts, yeah.
But have you heard that getting shit on by a bird is good luck?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that the other day, because the other thing I've always heard is raining on your wedding day is good luck.
Yes.
And I'm like, are these things just ways that someone comforted someone who was upset about it, and now it's become like folklore?
I think a bride had a really bad day, and her friends like created this whole movement behind it.
And then was like, you got to spread the word, because we lied to her.
And also, bird shitting seems to happen to people that need a good luck scenario.
Oh, they're looking for something. It's like, okay.
I feel like
a psychic reading.
I feel like I don't know that I've ever been directly shit on that I can remember. Have you been shit on by a bird directly?
I don't think I've been shit on unless it was like on my hat and I didn't notice, which is very feasible.
But I think that the people that do end up getting shit on and it being a very uncomfortable situation are possibly people that need some good luck going on in their lives.
Okay. Yeah. I tried to look up the background of that and the rain wedding, and I couldn't figure it out.
I mean, it's the same thing with like the naming of groups of animals, that it's like, who decides what's good luck or bad luck, and who's allowed to decide that, and how many things have they decided on since all of those things?
Who's the authority?
Right. Have we talked about fog? Is fog good or bad? What other weather conditions?
Let's start some rumors. Let's start some rumors about what's good luck and bad luck.
Is rain on your wedding day a sign of good luck? But what about a flood?
I want you guys to tell us on Twitter or something if it rained on your wedding day and then you ended up getting divorced.
Right. Yeah.
Because like if 50% of marriages end in divorce, what?
Yeah.
What, has no one divorced in Seattle?
Exactly. And also,
Hello?
Isn't this an Alanis Morissette lyric? It's like rain.
Isn't it ironic?
Isn't it ironic? I mean, so is it good luck or is it irony?
Who knows?
We're getting into semantics
we're
now.
not even high. We're not even high.
No.
Oh my God.
I will say to everyone, we hung out on Sunday night.
We had a lovely socially distant hang in the backyard with Miss Hannah Hart and her beau.
And I got to experience firsthand, not via a screen, the power and intensity and like sheer I don't know how else to describe it. It's influential and memorable, and I can't unsee it. Chip playing DDR. It was the most insane thing I've ever seen, and like, very cool.
It's crazy. Chip has his own Dance Dance Revolution mat from like 2001. I mean, he bought it recently on like eBay or something, but it's the 2001 or early 2000s version. And I've talked about on this podcast before, one time we were at like a Dave & Buster's type of place and he was playing and teenagers were gathered around him.
I get it.
It's like freakish how good he is.
And I've seen you post on your story and send videos of it, and it's always been like, haha, this is Mamrie watching this. To see it in person is incredible.
I've never seen anything happen so fast where I went, how is that mat not on fire? How are his feet not smoking?
Well, you also went, go get your mat.
I was making him show off.
Someone whispered the idea of DDR because we were trying to get Beat Saber working and it wasn't working. And Mamrie just goes, go get your mat.
Go get your mat. Show these people what's up.
Just got his mat, literally unfolded it like a beach towel and put it down. And Mamrie just sat back and went, save it for the podcast.
I was like, yeah. You guys, Elliot was recording video. You were just looking at me with mouth agape. And I was like, isn't it the craziest thing you've ever seen?
It's so impressive. And he's so humble about it. Like
he's like, oh man, that one, that good.
His humility of being so good at it blows my mind. And as someone that now is obsessed with Beat Saber and like spends way too much time than I should playing Beat Saber, I fully get it. Like,
being obsessed.
I get the idea of like wanting to spend time getting better at a game because there's no societal repercussions to you trying to get good at this
just by yourself, no one else.
You get a little space from the real world, and you get a little self-esteem.
It's not a contact sport. It's not a group sport. You're only competing against yourself.
Right. It is. It was wonderful to watch.
It was pretty intense, and this is what annoys me about it.
Take it down a notch.
Take it down, I beg. Is that I'm a really good dancer, and a really coordinated person. I was on step team. I danced my whole life. I was a cheerleader, and yet I'm fucking terrible at it. Like I just can't compute how it works.
It's a different. It's like a different code for your body, and I also don't get it. But getting a little bit better at Beat Saber, I understand like the possibility of getting better at it and the addiction of getting a little bit better here and there.
Are there Beat Saber levels that are like, oh, I couldn't dream of it now, but you're like trying to get there?
I'm now playing on expert.
Stop it.
Yeah. My
I want to
arms
see this in person.
The saddest thing is my arms are actually so tired right now.
No, that's so
I'm
good.
literally like, give me my seltzer.
Yeah, you look ripped.
No, I've been playing way too much. Hannah and I have been commiserating on just the idea of like being able to blow off steam playing Beat Saber, and I've spent like too much time doing it now. But
see, I'm still just doing Scrabble. like you guys have moved on to actual physical sports, and I'm still just like, take that 40-point word, Chip's
still,
mom.
Yeah. It's no, I got it. I was just like, this is great. I understand like the weird, stupid fulfillment of like being able to do this level.
Are you still playing Scrabble, or it's totally switched to Oculus?
I am playing a little bit of Scrabble.
Okay, because I know you guys have gotten so into it that Elliot started having dreams about like scoring big words.
I'm having dreams about like
Beat Sabering?
Yeah, all of it. It's very, very nuts. But no, it was like watching a legend in real life.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Chip, quit listening now. He's never going to
you hear the mythology.
He won't fit through the door with that head.
You hear the mythology of it, and to see him just do it effortlessly in front of you.
He's like, da, 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 da. Like his feet are just moving like crazy.
So easy. And I try and do it. I'm like, I don't understand the arrows at all.
He fully like zoned in and Rained Man that DDR.
Great. It was so great.
Good. I will tell you, my stomach has been better.
Good.
I did.
Yeah, lots of concern.
Our friend Jacqueline has a company called Create and Cultivate, and they were doing like an online conference. I was like, I'll come make a s'mores cocktail because it was camp themed. So I went to her house and did that, and she opened up the chat to ask me questions at the end because I was like, this is going to take 10 minutes. I've got 30 minutes. I can't fill it. And the whole chat was just, how's your stomach? And she didn't listen to our podcast, so she was just like, what is going on? I was like,
you have something going on health-wise that I don't know about?
What's in your gut? Nope. All good. I haven't shit in my pants anywhere else. Also, shout out to Nick for naming the last podcast Mamrie Poops Her Pants. I would like to change it to Mamrie started pooping her pants just at the very end.
Oh, no. I told Elliot when I got back last week, I was like, Mamrie just said that she literally was like shitting in her jeans, that she was ripping them off, and told Chip to run into the yard and put his headphones in. Like a true gamer. Go put your headphones in.
Put your headphones in, baby. Mommy's got to shit her pants.
But it's,
my God.
I think it's important because it does resonate with people. And my favorite thing is that, here and there we will, Nick will help us title episodes that are a little clickbaity. This is just fact.
It's fact. That was just friggin' fact.
Oh, and then our friend Nada sent us a video today that she was like screen capping something to send to her work. Yeah, to her coworkers. And while she was screen capping on her phone, the notification for our podcast came up of Mamrie Poops Her Pants.
Mamrie Poops Her Pants. Lord have mercy. I mean, I'm like exhausted. So good.
So good. So
much. Is there anything else we want to talk about this week? I mean, mine aren't like stories. I've been researching how to become a sommelier.
Oh yeah.
Just because I think that'd be fucking fun to like go to a restaurant or to a party and be like, well, I'm a licensed sommelier. I'm an expert in wine.
How many years of school does that take? Or whatever you need to.
Well, no, there are colleges that have bachelor's degrees in like winemaking and wine business and stuff.
Wow, really?
Yeah, there's like 10 universities. One of them is in San Luis Obispo.
Yeah.
In wine country. But no, the sommelier is more like you have to study on your own, and then you go take these like 4 2-day courses in person.
It's like taking the bar for wine.
Exactly. And so they're like, well, you need to, if you don't have 10 years experience in the wine industry, then you'll read these books and then you'll do this level. And if you pass that, you'll come back 6 months later for this one. And then, it's all like tasting. But I could fail terribly, but I just thought that would be really fun to be like, oh no, I'll choose our wine. I'm a licensed sommelier. Just literally to be able to drop that at a fancy dinner
would be amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's been my obsession lately.
Drop balls, drop sommelier.
Dropping balls.
All of that. We're all in that. We're all in that vein right now of looking to other options.
Yeah. Quarantine really makes you creative of like what. Well, because normally we go do fun, ridiculous things that keep our brain occupied. And since we haven't, it's been like, what can I learn? Yeah. Because I haven't been able to experience.
No, I'm full in, this. Like Elliot and I are fully trying to figure out going back to school, which is a very exciting new endeavor. And makes the most sense for use of our time.
I just want to go back to school shopping with you. Let's go get sick ass Trapper Keepers, a brand new backpack, a pencil case of the gods.
I know. I just need some sort of like knee high socks and some plaid. I just keep thinking of Clueless.
Oh, I thought you were like going back to Catholic school. I was like, okay.
Yeah, lots of options.
I'm horny for a back to school aisle. Give me my new pencil sharpener shaped like something funny. I'm in.
I mean, and thank God we got that Adam and Eve sponsor last week because the horniness abounds for education and for others.
Balls, balls, balls. This got weird.
It's got weird.